Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make railroad tie steps. So it's really very simple. There are a variety of options, but basically this is what they look like. Real easy to do. I've got it all prepped. So all you need to do, first step, is to dig your area, and that entails a shovel or a pickaxe and making a nice flat area for the step to go. Then you want to make sure that you have your railroad ties cut to size. So I've got one here, it's about 2 feet long. Depending on where you're making the steps, you may wish to have different sizes or also splitting them in half. So in this case, I have split the railroad tie in half, meaning in half the long way. So to do that, I took a wedge or a maul and spiked it in there, and then use a sledgehammer and beat it until it cracks in half. That makes the step a little less tall. From then, once you have it set, you can set it, level it with a level. You want your steps to be angled up the hill a little bit, so it'll be level this way, and then tilted it back this way. Then, you can use either stakes or rebar. If you have short steps, you probably want to use stakes because there isn't a lot of room for a foot. So if you put rebar in there, someone could step on it and maybe injure themselves. So you can put some stakes. Now, you can either buy stakes or cut them yourself. If you cut them yourself, make sure you use a strong, hard wood. Something like ironwood works very well. And then you can set it right like this and pound it in. As you can see here, I've got one pounded in already. It makes the step a lot more solid. And then here, you'll want to pack dirt around the step. So you have that packed in, get some water so it settles and is solid and looks more like this. So that means there will be some really solid steps. So as you can see, I've got the groundwork laid. For all of these, I've got them in and they're ready to be staked. So I'll show you what the finished product looks like after staking them in. So there you go. You want to sink the stake a little below the step so that someone doesn't step on it or stub their toe. Then once you have that in, take a sledgehammer and really pack the dirt behind the step here so that it'll push the entire step out toward the stakes. That'll really make it more solid and sturdy. Then you can add more dirt to fill it in, get it nice and level so that they can use this whole surface as a step rather than only this piece of wood right here. But you can see how we tightened up the gap where the stake was by packing that in, and it really made the step solid. So that's it. That's how to build steps with railroad ties and wooden stakes. You could also use logs and stakes, whether it's driftwood or you cut down a solid oak tree or something like that. But there we go. We've got steps in and they look great. They're solid. Make sure you pack them with water. Check them in a couple days and do the same thing, because over time the dirt will settle and they will become more solid as long as you keep them hard packed during the first few days or week. You could also top them with gravel if you'd like that, but it's personal preference after you get them in. So that's it. That is how to make makeshift Boy Scout woodsman stairs with railroad ties or logs and wooden stakes.